Okay, so determine the measure of Q. This time it's an angle. Got known opposites right there, so I know I'm doing sine law. So I take the sine of Q, so unknowns on top, put it over 5.5. Now the unknown is an angle here, so I have to take the sine of the angles, even when the angle is an unknown. Now set that equal to the sine of the other angle over the other side, which is 10. Cross multiply that up, and sine Q is going to equal sine Q is going to equal 0.509951112, but I'm going to take the sine inverse of this. Now, you don't have to show this work all the time, but I'm just going to for the sake of this. So in my calculator, I just go shift sine inverse of that answer, and Q is equal to 30.7 degrees. Make sure you have a degree symbol there. Next one. I do not have known opposites. This is my side-side-side triangle where I need to use cosine law. Now, what goes on the left-hand side here? The 15 does. 15 squared equals, so 9 and 10 become the other two sides. 9, 10 minus 2 times 9 times 10 cos Q. Now, bring these two things to the other side. 15 squared minus 9 squared minus 10 squared equals negative 2 bracket 9, 10 cos Q. Now, after you bring those two things that aren't attached to your cos Q, so remember, I'm trying to get cos Q by itself so I can inverse cos. So I move these things away because they're not attached. Now I'm going to simplify that. 15 squared minus 9 squared minus 10 squared equals, this side goes to 44, and negative 2 times 9 times 10 equals negative 180 cos Q. So I simplify that, move the stuff that's not attached, because what is attached I have to divide off. So I'm going to divide both sides by that negative 180. And you get 0.24 repeating, and that's equal to cos Q. So you're going to take the inverse cos of this, and that gets you Q. So the inverse cos of that thing you get will give you Q. Ooh, it was negative 2. That is super important here. See this positive divided by a negative? That goes to a negative. So I just looked back to my calculator and realized it's negative 0.24 repeating, which is way different. So when you take the inverse cos of negative 0.24, you get Q equaling 104.1 degrees.